There's a lot of people that don't understand what's going on
January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Pretti interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol.
They chose the wrong guy, right? Because this is like the perfect guy. Alex Pretti is the guy you would want to date your daughter. The guy you would want your son to grow up to be a decent human being who was serving humanity, serving sick veterans, who is, there is nothing that has been said about that man that isn't wonderful. And so they can't malign him. They can't malign him because we have the videos.
You are so right. We do have the videos. Let's take a peek. Let's see who Alex Pretti is.
This is a moment the news movement filmed on January 13th in Minneapolis, showing a man who appears to be Alex Pretti interacting with federal immigration agents 11 days before Border Patrol him.
Yeah, that's the man I would want my future daughters to want to date. A type of man like that. That's the type of man I would want my future sons to be like when they grow up. Leftist extremist. That's who Alex Pretti was. And you got CNN over here slobbing all over him. Oh, he's a perfect person. He's so good. Oh, you should want your children to be like him. No, I'm good. I'm good. The man, again, as I said before, was a leftist extremist. Now let's see if they talk about this on CNN in the near future, and if they do, how they cover it. Do not let these people lie to you. He was not some amazing, awesome sweetheart that was just peacefully observing. When she was saying this whole time, I was just laughing in my head. He's the type of man you would want your daughter to date. He's the type of man you want your son to grow up and be like.
No. And I'm gonna stand on that. Okay. And they can get in my DM. You can get in my DM all you want every day.
I really wish Anna can see this video. I don't know why these people on the view will always like to say things like this. I don't know if she knows him personally or just about these pictures and videos. Now this video came out. Look at this guy, doing this to law enforcement. Tell me, if you see a situation like this, what you're gonna do? I'm not calling that a guy should be taken out. My problem was, this is not someone you should be appreciating for doing this. I understand. Give your political point by saying the right things. Tell me that this guy did the wrong thing by doing this. Yeah, kicking cars, doing this, destroying law enforcement cars. That is wrong. Acknowledge it. Something will not happen to you. These people will never do that.
Standards. They basically want to surge these people into the streets. So they have actually reportedly gone from 5 months of training down to 6 weeks or less. Sarah's highlighted this before. That is unheard of in a major law enforcement capacity. They're recruiting at age 18, which, yes, you can serve in the military, but we talk about the frontal lobe is not fully formed at that age.
Not till 30.
They're giving these massive bonuses of signing bonuses of $5,000, and they're leaning, or $50,000, and they're leaning into recruiting people who are playing video games. Yeah. Like, that is everything about this spells catastrophe. It spells there's going to be a mess in the streets. And while I appreciate the president saying he wants an honest investigation, Anderson Cooper interviewed a woman last night who was filming, one of the people filming polling, and she said she's yet to be contacted by law enforcement. So we're not getting an honest investigation out of today.
I can't believe, echoing what Alyssa said about the president, that he's saying that out loud about the Second Amendment, because I was a little shocked that a lot of his top administrative officials were loosely talking, but I'm getting used to them not fully grasping things, like the Constitution. But if we have to endure conversations.
Here's another angle of Alex Pretti. And as you can see, he's cussing at the officers, aggressive. He's spitting on federal agents. And then you can see he aggressively kicks the federal agent's vehicle. Nothing about this is okay. And if he was still alive, I would be saying he should be held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. But again, what this shows us is he's not this model citizen. He's not this innocent bystander who's just trying to help people. He was quite literally an extremist. He was a leftist extremist who was working to obstruct federal officers from doing their job with violence and intimidation. Again, he shouldn't have been out there doing this then.
At some point, I saw a lot of Libras trying to go off on Don Jr. simply because he said this is the person they have been struggling to portray like a hero. This was actually destruction that we've seen with our eyes. And the media will never report this part because it doesn't suit in the narrative they are struggling to spread on social media. I want these same people on The View to do a segment trying to call this guy out, playing this video if this is right. There is no justification to take away someone's life. That is something I have behind my mind. But when it concerns a guy that is aggressive like this, having firearms in his body, you will obviously think he wants to do something bad to law enforcement. Yeah, that is just my belief. The law enforcement guy might not have acted the right way to take away his life, but looking at what this guy was doing, and from the news I've seen, he was known for this. Maybe this is just the second time. The first time they saw him, he did not have these things in his body. Now he came fully prepared for eyes.
There's a lot of people that don't understand what's going on only in Minneapolis. And why rot in the place where there's an ungodly amount of fraud that has been discovered.
Coincidentally, right around the same time.
Exactly. Like instantaneously afterwards, the narrative completely changes. Everybody forgets. Now all anybody cares about is ICE and fashion. And it's there's a what a color revolution is.
Of course.
And for people that don't, it's a coordinated effort to cause chaos. And this is a very coordinated thing. The idea that this is an organic is nonsense. It's provably nonsense because now they have access to the signal chats. So they know that these people...
Cam Higbee, by the way.
Yes.
He's been on the front lines of this. The Crucible has been a big supporter of that effort, my channel. I will often snipe his coverage while it's going on, send my audience over to send in super chats in order to keep this guy going. I think that work is critical.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. At some point, when you look at people actually talking about this, you will clearly understand that this is distraction. What people were focused on, they are struggling to divert their attention away from the real issues that we were supposed to be talking right now. Look at this. What Joe Rogan outlined here is nothing but the truth. This could have been our focus, talking about what they discover in this locality. But because of these coordinated funded demonstrations that we have seen, I watched James O'Keefe. He actually went undercover with his people. They realized many organizations funded the demonstrations happening in Minneapolis. Yeah, that should tell you a lot. They want to divert away people's attention to the real issues. 3 days after Winoma was sprayed, right? We realized it was just vinegar. Some people say that was staged. That is just what I saw on social media. That should tell you a lot. I don't want to make the video long. I think I'm going to end here. Please share out the video. God bless you abundantly.
We're trying to register people to vote, except when